everybody. This is Ginger, and this Ginger's Chat Show. It's Friday, March 3rd, and it's 41 degrees, light rain. It's a little bit chilly and cold. Loki says hi. Hey, Nancy. Guess who's here? This is Loki. Oh, he just wants to cuddle with Mama. I might have to change browsers on this. I still keep getting this keyframe rate too low, which is kind of ridiculous. Loki, I need you to move. Hey, I need you to move. I need you to move. Please. Thank you. Anyway, I hope all is well. As far as the news today goes, I'm sorry, it's the flooding, dust, and everything. SpaceX has been very busy the last 24 hours. They have launched Crew 6, they're up in the space station now. They just arrived early this morning, and of course they're in the middle of getting things rearranged and reorganized and everything. There's 11 people up there right now at the International Space Station. Crew 5 is coming home sometime next week. They haven't set a date yet, so they're working on that because there's several other rocket launches going on. SpaceX had to do some shuffling on rocket launches. And 2-7 was supposed to launch last week, but they delayed it because of the weather coming in through California. And so the 2-7 launched today from Vandenberg, AFB, and so it launched from that, and there's 51 more satellites up there to second generation to help with internet communication and things like that. But anyway, during Crew 6's docking, they had software issues from one of the grappling hooks. It was supposed to grab onto the space station, and this one hook wasn't cooperating. It was having a glitch, and so they tried. Took them for about 30-45 minutes to figure out what the problem is with the software and bring it in everything. And one of the astronauts said that they will look into that because one of them does have computer science background. He's also a pilot, and so he's going to find out why the software was acting up. So next time when Crew 7 comes up, they won't have that issue. Anyway, they had to override that software in order to bring Crew 6 in. They just couldn't wait the 2-hour window. They said, no, we need to bring it in now. And so they brought it in. They overrode it. They were able to get it in, and then they did their welcoming ceremony, and so it's going to be a little crowded up there at the space station. The crew that's been up there, the Russian crew that's been up there for about 8 months now, they're going home in one of the other capsules. They got the new capsule. The other one is going to be, they're going to let go and send it back to Earth and find out what the problem is with it. It'll be uncrewed. It'll be automatic. It'll be uncrewed. They'll send that other one back because Axiom is setting up some resupplies. So they're running out of parking space up there. A little bit of a premium right now. So anyway, that's what's going on. When you get a chance, look into the launch pad. He does an excellent job of broadcasting and coordinating with SpaceX and um, NASA and everything, so people would have more access to what's going on with this space exploration. Because the major networks are not airing this, and really they should. But anyway, this is the podcasters and broadcasters like me. We're doing this to keep people informed and up to date and everything. So anyway, go to go to the launch pad, and he's on YouTube, and check him out and everything. There's also SpaceX has their TV. Also check with NASA. They also have their own television network on this too. So anyway, check it out. As for my other pet peeve right now is the judicial system really needs to be more efficient and speed things up when it comes to going after bad guys and criminals and murderers and things like that, hackers, scammers, what have you. They need to speed up the process. This is way too slow, and this has been going on too long. So we need to speed up the process and make it more efficient. Also, they need to use the computer process too, which really would help. And this needs to be pushed on by the public. In other words, you and me. And say, hey guys, you need to speed this up. We pay you to keep the justice wheels going. And you need to work on this. And you need to stop all this double talk and everything else and just be more efficient. This double talk that they do in the courtroom and everything else, that's a lot of time wasting. They need to say it plainly and say, okay, this and this. That's it. No double talk. Okay? The mega hats are in the political part of the side of it. They're well versed in double talk, and they need to stop that as well, and they need to grow up. I never liked them. They say stupid and dumb things, and they don't adhere to the facts. Why, I don't know. The Midas Touch has been watching the CPAC meeting that's going on this weekend, and they go, some of them are in a different reality, and I'm sorry, if they want to be in a different reality, they don't need to be here in the country. They need to be somewhere else. Go to Epstein Island and start their own little commune over there. We got more serious problems going on in this country that need to be fixed. And it's amazing how a certain group of people sit there and say, oh, well, this person did bad that, this person did bad this, especially when it's in your own governor. And you know full well your governor is not doing this. You know the truth, you know what's going on. My governor is doing a wonderful job. He is trying to make things better for Washington State. Very, very much a blue state, and there is some Republicans here in Washington State, but not very many, because a lot of them have either gone independent or they have joined the Democratic Party, one or the other. Republican Party is not what it used to be anymore. Uh, so we need to get two more new parties in there that work together. Okay. Uh, some have different ideas, but really it points to conclusion of solving that problem. You know, a lot of people don't like me saying this. Well, that's just too bad because that's how I see it. And I just don't understand people when they say, oh, well, that's not true. And I go, yeah, that's factual. It is true. Whatever it is, whatever subject they're talking about. So anyway, hey Dorothy, I didn't see you sneak in. You're sneaky. You're a sneaky girl. Hey Dorothy, how are things in Florida weather-wise? Here, it's 41 degrees. There's a little bit of a wind chill. It's cold. You can see I'm wearing my sweater, my thick sweater, nice and warm. So it's been cold here. I've been trying to keep my apartment warm. Okay, you too, huh? Let's see, what's it doing right now? Yeah, it's a little bit windy here. It's been raining too, off and on. It's been raining. But at least it's not snowing like what Big Bear, California's getting. Maria Bendecourt, she was really worried about her friends that live up in Big Bear, because some of them are snowed in, and they're trying to get rid of the snow and take the weight off the roofs and everything, trying to do everything safely to solve the snow issue, and so people can get out, get around, get supplies up there. You know, and trying to get back to normal. So anyway, now my other qualm is the mega hats. They keep, like, MTG and everything else keeps saying all these stupid idiotic things, and some are diehard Trump supporters, and some of them also support Putin. Well, I've got news for them. If they do that, then they need to be out of here. They don't belong here in this country. They can move somewhere else. They can move to Russia if they want to. And if they move to Russia, they're going to find themselves on the front lines over the Eastern Front, fighting in Ukraine. And Ukraine needs to be supported. And we need to support Ukraine, which we are doing right now. Moldova. The other day I saw an article on Moldova, which is another Baltic country, and they're practically a next door neighbor to, I think, Ukraine? Or is it Germany? What in the Baltic area? Putin was thinking about running roughshod over them, and Moldova goes, no, you're not. It's not going to happen. And we're under UN protection. They're under UN protection, so they cannot, if he attacks them, which is a UN country, he's going to be in a world of hurt. Moldova's been very quietly fixing their war equipment, if you will, and doing some updates and upgrades and everything else, and they're supporting Ukraine. Oh, and the other day, I don't know if this is true or not, or it's been confirmed, Israel set up 4 F-14s, their planes, over, and they cut off Russian supply lines. Israel doesn't really trust Russia at all. I don't think anybody trusts Putin. And too bad the people there, the citizens there, can't just rise up, arrest him, and give him the boot. And that would solve the problems right there. And help rebuild Ukraine. Because they caused the mess in the first place. Now, as far as the indictments go for Trump, that's what I was talking about. The judicial system needs to really speed up. They really do. They need to stop talking about it and start doing it. Because he was at the he's the one, it's on camera, it was recorded and everything else, what Trump was trying to do on January 6th. He should have been nailed right then and there. And said, we don't care if you're sitting president. You just don't do that. And I think now the gloves need to come off. Keep an eye on my time here. Anyway, as of course you know about Big Bear, California, they're digging out from under the snow. Some of their snow is like 6 to 8 feet in some places, depends on the area. Big Bear, around the village and everything. People are trying to dig out. So it makes it kind of tough. They stay closed, the roads going up there. It's not so much the thing, it's just that it's the looky-loos that go up there that cause the problems. So they're trying to control that. And only local citizens only up there. And they're trying to get supply trucks up there too. So they're working on fixing that. I hope they really do. First time in centuries that California's been hit by a snowstorm like that. Especially across the country. This last week alone, they had a whole bunch of tornadoes and high winds and other storms and heavy rain in some places. Some heavy snow in some places. And then, of course, you have some governors, like one in Texas, and one in Florida has been causing issues and problems and making things worse instead of concentrating making it better. Of course, you know, DeSantis. You know what? I think the people of Florida should do a recall vote on him. Recall him and put somebody in there. DeSantis is doing, which is a big no-no, especially with Disney World. He has no right to do that because that self-governing district in there was put in place years ago when Disney World was being built and formed, and they said the governor of Florida back then in the 60s said, yeah. Make it self-governing. They could, you know, do whatever they need to do and just leave it alone. And we don't have to worry about it. And I think all DeSantis is looking at is money. He sees the money in there. And he's jealous. And DeSantis needs to be told to his face, no, you cannot do this to Disney World. You cannot do this to the college, to the students, and threatening the future of students and kids that are trying to go through school And you can't rewrite history. It's already written. Okay? Um, and as I said in my on my chat last Wednesday, I think DeSantis is, he doesn't like education. And I bet you I know why. Probably A, he skipped a lot of classes and he got a lot of bad grades. And he wanted good grades, but he was too lazy to study for them. This is my thinking on this. Um, and he didn't like being reprimanded or corrected because, no, you have to do your homework. You can't have somebody else do it for you because you'll never learn. And you know what? I don't think he ever learned. And how he became governor of Florida is beyond me. I'm sorry, Dorothy. I didn't mean to spouse about your governor, but I never liked DeSantis. I know you don't like him. I really like my governor very much. I don't know if he's going to run for re-election next year or not. Now here in Washington State, our okay, here in Washington State, our governor elections for governor, it falls on the same pattern as the president of the United States. It's every 4 years. So I don't know if next year if he's going to run again or not, Governor Inslee or not. It depends on what his wife says to him, Mrs. Inslee. But they are now working on a number of projects here in Washington State. First time ever, across I-5, well, underneath and across I-5, they built a nature bridge for like deer and elk and coyote and bobcat, lynx that come across the bridges and do it, and black bear to do it safely, which reduce a lot of accidents and a loss of our wildlife, and it's safer for everybody. It's not fun driving along and you find a bull elk going right through your windshield. Almost had a deer going through my windshield. I was thankful it wasn't a bull, because they're heavier and they have antlers, and so they're trying to make things better. They took that idea from Europe, because over in Europe, they have these bridges all over the place. It's a crossing bridge for nature, and also they have crossing bridges for vehicles, and some of them cross over nature trails. So nature could go underneath and not be up on the roadway. I mean, it's either way, it depends on the terrain and how they get it fixed up. And also they study the migratory habits of various animals. Where they, go around on their territory and everything. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I will see you guys on Monday for my chat show. Let's see, let me check my calendar. 1 minute. Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. And see what else things happen. Okay? Be sure to insist, persist, and push back. Talk to your senators, talk to your representatives, and remind them. If you have to be blunt, be blunt. Remind them that they work for you. You don't work for them. They work for you. You're the ones paying their salary. Okay? I feel it's not any different than when you work for a company. So, I will, Nancy, and I will see you guys later. Dorothy, be sure to let Virginia Terussi know. Yeah, I know she's in Facebook jail. Facebook has got to stop this. This is getting ridiculous. They don't like the truth. That's just too bad. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you later, and have a wonderful weekend. I will post this video on my YouTube channel. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye.